Tere, tere tulemast. Part 2 of basically ODing on THC. Now let's spark the one Gino Blantino. Well, it's just a joint, just a pre-rollino. And we'll tell this story while we smoke this 1 gram joint. Okay, part 2. So that 1 second here. Hello. What the fuck? Okay, so that was the fun first time drinking that, being like, whoa, that was the highest I've ever been in life. That was very healing, very interesting, very intriguing. Wow, the power of weed and marijuana, the power of ganj. Wow, the properties this plant has, especially at certain potencies, healing the sciatica like an accordion, blah, 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 untangling all these mental patterns. Also, because we are in the momentum of entangling them, as we take that oil. Though I'm sure there's many benefits for anyone who takes it. I was going into different scenarios, man, and I was actually there. Nothing ever has attained that level of getting DeVonQi high, except maybe DeVonQi and the beyond of that. So I remember going to work the day after, staying home and still being like ripped. And I get there and Big Bro's like, yo, like we were talking about it and laughing and stuff. And he's like, yo, like, you shouldn't take that much. Like, you probably felt like you were dying. And I was like, nah, like, I felt like Buddha. Like, I reached Buddhahood, man. Like, that was intense. Like, like, this one person at work, her hair she has dreads. It was like electric, like thick electric wires. Like, remember when Neo in the Matrix comes out of the bath and he's like pop, 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 taking off all the cords, like or like Predator's hair. It was like that. Like, everything was just seeing some stuff. And so I'm like, yo, I gotta do that again. I'm gonna wait 2 weeks and do that again. And I was high this whole 2 weeks. And I felt nice and oiled up. Like, I got an oil change. Like, everyone gotta get an oil change. And just down one of those bottles and just get an oil change. And just coat your internals with a fancy oil. A good fancy bit of oil. A bit of the CBD and the THC oil. Just try it once. Come on now. Or don't. So, anyway. Fast forward 2 weeks, and I'm like, it's time to try this again. Maybe it was like 3 weeks or a month later. Because, like, I was high this whole time. Oh, I remember. Let's go back to the first story. Before I got to haunted area, I had those spliffs. So I was like, I drank the oil, and I had those 2 spliffs to smoke. And I remember, like, the high from the oil when it hit, and I was walking, and it was so clean. I didn't want to smoke anything until the oil hit. So the oil finally hits. And take a little swig of this CBD Quattro passion fruit and guava drink, mate. So So yeah, it's hit, and it's the cleanest high. It's the cleanest weed high ever, man. I remember when it first started coming up. I remember I was walking and it was like nighttime on the street, so I'm just walking, and I feel it start coming up slowly, slowly, but heavy, like this tidal wave of high. Like, you know, you're smoking, is the high like peaks up, you know, bubbles up, you know, like mists up, rises up. This high just like thick, molasses tidal wave right up, like just like the heaviest high coming at you slowly. So you just like gradually have to be like, yo, I'm gonna be friggin' smacked. And I just remember like hearing all this, connecting to or whatever was happening, man. People, hearing people's thoughts, and but I don't even know. And then it just hit, and I was just like gone, and then haunted area, and then. But I remember before that, I was walking and I smoked a joint, and there was like, and then like around the field of vision, like a vignette appeared of like smoke debris, and it looked like cracks and veins and like a glass cracking, like right at the edges, but like in smoke and like debris and ash and burnt little leaves. And I was like, yeah, see, like the smoke puts all debris in you, but this is like a clean, super clean high, but you know, it's okay. Any of them are okay. So anyway, now it's time to do the second one. Here we go. It's like a month later, month and a half later, 3 weeks later maybe. I want to say 2 weeks, but I feel like it was way more than 2 weeks later, because I'm like, I need to like get rid of this if I'm gonna do this again. So it might have been a month and a half later. We'll just say a month later, and I was like, time for part 2. Go to the store. You got the THC oil, the blah blah 5 founders. When I say, it's like, yeah, he's like, we just got a stronger one in today. I'm like, oh crud, baby, give me that one. And he gives me that one. And it's funny because I kept going to this I would go to the dispensary and get, the first thing I got was the CBD oil, I think, or this might have been after this stuff, but either way. And I would get like this one, and it was like the wooden sword of the CBD oils, and it was just 14.7 milligrams per milliliter. I'm like, that just seemed like a lot because I was the only choice. And then I went back and like, yo, we got CBD, a new one, it's stronger. And I'm like, oh really? It was like they were unlocking it as I kept going, and it was like 21 milligrams. I was like, oh crap, this is stronger, damn. And I go back and I was like, yo, we got CBD 50. And I'm like, what? 50 milligrams per milliliter. Dude, this stuff is like water. Then I go back and they're like, yo, we just got this in CBD 100. I'm like, what's happening? 100 milligrams of CBD in 1 milliliter. And now there's 200. There's CBD 200 now. See, this is the time I could hog the blunt and tell a story. I'm passing it to all you, blow it in the mic. I'm passing it to the mic. Yo, suck. Yo, it looks like the mic's smoking marijuana. This should be an album cover. Just put the joint to the mic. Yo, that's an album cover. Anyway, so, or just an art piece. It's a painting. It's a photograph. It's an NFT. It's a hologram. So yeah, I get this stronger stuff now, and I go home, and I'm like, here we go. I just remember being like, thinking about Big Bro saying, like, you probably felt like you were dying, right? Because I was like, no, not at all. I was having the greatest trip ever. It was so fun. It was joy. Anyway, I drink this at home. Like, I sit on the bed and I just drink it. And something's probably on TV, who knows? But I just drink this bottle. Boom. and it was like, oh, so slimy. Like I had to do two. I had to get it down into two things because you know that first shot hits nice, but the second one's gonna be weird until you like get used to it. I'm talking about drinking alcohol there. Same thing with the oil. So there I sit. Just ingested this oil, like no turning back. And it felt like, yo, this is heavy. Like you can buy this legally. And this is one of the heaviest highs I've ever experienced. I mean, I could probably get higher on anything if I took more of it, but like 9 tabs of acid never even came close to this. Or 6 tabs of acid. Anyway. So I just sit until it hits, basically, and like meditate and like maybe do some stuff on the computer in life. And then it just starts hitting. And I remember like getting high quick, like really high really quick. And then I just laid down on the bed and like looked at the ceiling and then like closed eyes and just let the trip come up. And then all of a sudden I get a vision that I'm just on the edge of a cliff. And this is a clay cliff. So it starts cracking under the edge. And I'm falling. And I'm trying to grab onto the ledge. And then it just cracks too. So I gotta grab onto the ledge with the other arm and it cracks too. And it's basically saying like, Devin, you fucked up. That's what it was saying. It was like, you basically like you're dying now. Like you dead. Wasted. Like this vision just said wasted. Like you fucked up so hard. Look now. Like you're at the edge of the cliff and it's clay. Like you're fucked. Like it's every time you try to grab onto it, it just breaks. Like you're falling now. That's what this vision said. Like, and I was like, oh damn. And I took one deep breath. And I took another deep breath. And it was only 80% capacity of the last breath. And then I took another breath and it was only 65. And I took another breath and it was only 60. And then I took another breath and it was 55. And they kept getting slower and lower. And each breath was getting smaller. And I'm like, I know it. I'm dying. I was like, this is ODing, I guess. This is what ODing is. Damn. And I just remember hearing my dad in my head, my brother in my head, like, you fucking did another one? What the fuck? You fucked up. Now you're dying. Like, now look what you fucking did. I just remember, like, hearing them, like, oh, this is my son's fucking, this is what the fuck is gonna happen. And then, like, my brother's like, oh my god, Dev. And people are just, like, in my head, like, what did you fucking do? And I'm like, I fucked up. I don't know. So maybe some of you are real or some of you are not. And I'm just making some of you up. I'm like, or maybe all of you are freaking getting made up. Because I'm like, this feels like I'm dying, but, like, no way I could be dying. Like, holy shit. But, like, holy shit. Like, I mean, it could be possible to OD on THC. Like, it, like not breathing. Not even like you OD'd on the drug. You're just like, you had so much that, like, you're just like that's what I thought. I thought I had so much substance, like, not like the weed itself, like just substance and oil in my stomach that, like, I was gonna stop breathing. Or, like, yeah, I guess I did think it was the high. I was just like, holy shit, like, I'm not breathing. I don't know, it felt so weird, man. I guess it did feel like the drug was ODing me. I don't know, it was just so weird. I was like, dude, this is like, I'm just like being nervous on the trip that I start not being able to breathe, but it's not even like the weed that did it. It was just, I just like got so scared. I suffocated myself. I don't know, it felt so weird. But I was like, I'm dying. I'm like, I need to not be here when I die. That is what I need to do. I cannot die here in this basement, in this house. I need to go outside like a dog who has to go out into the far fields or whatever alone to die. That's what I felt like. That's what it was. I was like, I gotta go find somewhere to die right now. And I remember I couldn't, like, when the breath would get to 0 and I'm like, this is it. I can't breathe in or out. Like, I can't do anything. Like, that's what it felt like. I felt like the weed, like, made my muscles so ultra relaxed. Like, my lungs, and just, like, I couldn't do it. I couldn't breathe because everything was, like, so chill. Like, heroin chill mode. I never tried to assume. And, like, I was paralyzed. So then, like, every time I would get to 0, it would just go back up. It'd be like, 100, 90, 80, 75, 65, 56, 42, 13, 1, 0, 1, 13, 42. And then it would come back down. And I'm like, if I walk, when I walk, it felt like I was taking poison damage, or like when you're underwater in a video game damage. I was taking that, and it was like if I walked, that bar slowed down. Like, I had more time if I walked, basically. So I'm like, I gotta get up and walk and go find somewhere to die. And I just felt like, I remember feeling so, like, awesome when I got up to walk. I'm like, wow, it really, like, slows down the drown bar. Like, I have so much more time. I could maybe even heal it and stuff. And I start walking. Walk a little down the street, and I'm like, I'll die right here. And then I look, and I'm like, nah, there's a house right there. Like, I'm on the sidewalk, and I'm like, no, they're gonna get asked questions. No, that's disrespectful. I gotta find somewhere else to die. So I start walking, and I get to the park in front of the house, the trail, and I walk a little bit, like 30 steps down the trail, and I'm like, I'll die right here. Like, I walk up into the grass too, and I'm like, I'll die right here. And I look up, and I'm like, no, there's houses right there, they're backyards, they're gonna get questioned. I'm like, no, I can't die here. I gotta go die somewhere else. And mind you, I am walking like, it's like, what, 9, 10 p.m. I don't care who the fuck sees. Luckily, there's not a lot of people out because it's night, but probably people in cars were seeing. But I was, when, you know, in Spider-Man 3, I think, or 2, 3, when Sandman is trying to come out and he's like, and his legs are cracking and he keeps falling over and he gets up again and cracks and falls. I was walking like that. Like that. I couldn't function. Nothing could function. Muscles couldn't do it. Okay, muscles couldn't do it. Like, they just couldn't do it. Just don't do it. They just didn't. The muscles just didn't. And I'm walking, trying to find somewhere. I remember thinking, like, yo, I'm really gonna be a set piece now. Now I'm really a statue. Like, imagine those kids saw me now. And I remember keep hearing parents in their head, like, you fucked up now. Yo, what the fuck? People are like, what the fuck? And then I'm like, yo, I need to get to high school to die. There's a big field at high school. There's park, like little jungle gyms and jungle gym. And big field and bleachers, and it's high school. That's where I'll die. That's where I'll go die. So it's not like disturbing anyone's life. I'll just die in the middle of the field or in the jungle gym. But maybe that's weird. But yeah, let's go die. So I hobble and crapple and cripple and zombie, like, dude, literally like a zombie. Like, man, it was so. And I don't care who's seeing. Like, this is like cinematic, this walking, dude. Like, and I pushed through because I I'm like, I'm dying. Like, I don't care at all. I don't care at all. I mean, like, I care, but holy, I've accepted it. And it's just like, it's not scary. And, like, what the hell? I'm so free right now. I'm going to go die. And also, I'm like, I'm not free because I have to go die. Like, I'm like, I wish I could be free like this, but I have to go die. So let's all do that, okay? Or whatever. If we wish. We could die if we wish. So there'd be times when the drown bar would get to 0% and I'd be unable to breathe a single bubble of air, and I would be like, oh no. And I'd be walking without breathing, with like a purely empty chest, empty lungs, and just walking. So it's even like harder to walk. And like, I'm just like, I look like I'm doing the robot, but it's one of those robots from like 1505 that they made out of wood and stuff. And it's just rusted, and it's also kind of alive because they were like doing mold experiments and like sitting the robot thing they made with molds and bacterias and like mussels from those octopus, and put salt on it and like just make it kind of move by itself. It's just an idea I had. That kind of sounds cool though. And it moved zombily. Okay, move zombily. That's what I look like. Okay, and then I would when this times would come that I would have no breath walking, I'd find a bench and I would just sit on it, like the closest bench. And I just like, this happened twice or 3 times, the bench thing. Because walking to the high school was like a 40-minute walk. So it was 40 minutes of walking like that. And cars just going by. And then this hobbling guy on the left side of the whole street on the sidewalk. Anyways, I get to the bench, and I start sitting on the bench to like rest. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna like sleep here. No, I can't fall asleep. If I sleep, it's over. You know. If I sleep forever. And so I got up quick and I started walking again. And I think I saw kids on bikes, but I don't know. Now I finally get to the high school. And like on the way there, yeah, I'm sitting on a few other benches because like the breath fully stops functioning. And I'm like, oh shit, I have to sit to like die, or I have to die right here, maybe on this bench. That happened. So then I get to this school. I sit on the bleachers and just chill, and I'm like, yo, I'm good. I walk around the school, I'm like, I'm good. Like, I'm not gonna die. Right when I sat on the bleachers, and it was just a pitch black field, and I'm like looking at the parking lot, and the pitch black field's behind. Maybe I turned around to look at the pitch black fields, but I just remember going like, I'm looking at the bench too, the silver bleacher, that brushed steel. And I'm like, I'm good. I can breathe. I'll be okay. I gotta go back home. Or maybe I'll die somewhere else, but like I can't die right now. And I'm thinking like, wait, yeah, at this point, like, no, I'm not even close to dying. I'm like, there's a lot to do work there if I'm gonna die right now. I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll walk home. I might not die. So I get back up and I start hobbling the same way home. That Sandman shuffle. Call it the Sandman hobble. The Sandman cobble. The Sandman cobble hobble. That's what I was doing. The Sandman cobble hobble. I'm doing it now, and I'll do it loud. The Sandman cobble hobble. And then I get to just down the street and turn right. And that is where Del Sorte's old apartment used to be. I'm unsure if maybe his family still lives there, though he moved from there. And I'm standing in front of it, and this is a crazy part. I would say, I guess I just had to hype it quick because I'm like, oh no, are people getting bored? But people are probably not getting bored. But this now, this is unexplained to this day. I'm standing in probably maybe Del Sorte knows, but okay, I get to like across the street in front of the apartment, the complex, the duplexes. And I just hear, like, I'm in front of the balcony, and I would be like, yeah, if he was there, he would see how retarded I look in these PJ pants, baggy ass hoodie. I'm just like hobbling like creepily. Like, this looks like the Ring Girl, or like one of these like things you just see that like walking towards you in the dark hallway. So I look like. That's why nobody said anything at all. And I think people were probably on the sidewalk. Nobody said anything. Legendary. And I just I feel like I hear, is that Devin? From the balcony. Is that Devin? And I'm just like, oh goodness. What if he's visiting and he just saw? That'd be pretty cool. And maybe I do remember thinking, like, oh, what if I go near Del Sorte's house and he sees, like, before I started walking to Cabot. So I don't know. If this really happened, then it's like, oh, there's a knowing. If it didn't happen, then it was like, maybe I made it up and it was like a catalyst. Anyway, so I hear that, and then I'm just standing there kind of like, start hobbling again slowly, and I start like, I'm just like, no, I'm gonna die. I have to go back to Cabot. I remember like stopping in the middle of the sidewalk, turn around, like turn back, and no, I'm not gonna die. I gotta go back home. No, I'm like, cause like this whole road, I'm like, I don't want to die on this huge stretch of like the busy road. And I'm like looking down it. I'm like, can I make it? Can I make it to the end where the parks are before I die, or will I end up dying there? Because I don't want to die in the middle of this like business street either. And Cabot's right there. I'm like, oh, I think it's coming back. It was like poo coming out. It's like, oh, I think the poo's coming out. But it's like, oh, I think I'm gonna die. Oh no, I'm not gonna die. Oh, I think it's coming back. Yo, I gotta go to the game. Run to the washroom. Run to the field to die. So, am I gonna miss my stop if I go down this stretch of road? I just didn't want to embarrass the city, basically. It's funny, man. Everything was a concern. And then, so anyway, so I'm like doing that kind of right in the front of his duplexes, and then I just hear, for like 2 seconds, and then I just hear the phone go, or like I have headphones in, and I'm listening to, who knows, probably an audiobook. I don't know. And then it just starts ringing, and I'm like, oh, someone's calling, and I press the headphone button, and it's Del Sorte, and he's like, yo, Devin. I'm like, yo. He's like, what up? What did you do? He said, what up, or something. Instead of like, what up? What are you doing? And I was like, yo, I'm chilling. I'm just high as hell. And he's like, what did you do? And I'm like, you know those THC oils, those little bottles? He's like, yeah. And like this was the first time I talked to this kid on the phone in like a billion years. And I'm like, yo, I drank the whole thing. And he's like, and I'm like, I feel like I'm dying. And I threw my arms out like, I feel like I'm dying. I felt like I was gonna. I felt like I was ODing, but I don't think I'm ODing. I remember saying I feel like I was dying, like in a joyful kind of way, and throw my arms up because I was like, dude, I didn't want to like scare anyone because like, oh, now I got to deal with this and I'm about to die, and I'm like, I don't want to. I need to make it okay, so there's not this big like commotion. So I was like, not like deal with this, but like now I gotta like fix this. I can't like let on to people knowing like I'm about to die and it's like freak out. So I'm just like, I'm dying. Like, but it's okay, dude. You know, don't even worry. Like everything's sick. And then I'm like, yeah, I felt like I was ODing, but I don't think I'm ODing. And he's like, yeah, yo, no, blah blah blah. And he said something like, yo, be okay. And I was like, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, like. And then like I don't know. I guess we started talking about like, yo, what the fuck? What's the issue? And I was like, dude, I thought I don't want to get into that, but I was like, I thought you were, you know. And he's like, nah. And I was like, okay, well. And I just remember I would say, yo, because I would be pissed at him, and then I would be like, yo, okay, sorry, never mind. Then I get pissed at him again and be like, yo, sorry, never mind. But then I'd be like, yo, I'm actually like pissed. And I don't know. So. But then I was just like, I remember hearing Sadhguru say, or reading a Sadhguru quote, and it said, collab in life. Something about collabing in life instead of competing. I just remember saying to him like, yeah, let's collab rather than fight. I said something else, another C word, and then I got pissed again. But like during this phone call, he was like, yo, like I want to do the collab in life thing, like what we were saying. I was like, okay, well, collab in life, dude. Peace, man. All right, peace, yo. And then we hung up, and I remember hearing or seeing in the mind like him going, well, he's not gonna know that happened, and goes in his like call list and deletes the call. Anyway, I get home and I go to sleep. I survived, okay? I survived. It's funny, I remember going to sleep too on this. Usually I don't remember going to sleep. Oh man, the story I tell about the night of Shiva, that's a crazy one. Did I even put that in my notes? I got so high, but I didn't know it was the night of Shiva. Anyway, so I go to sleep. I wake up the next morning and I check the phone because I'm like, did he actually call? I had no missed calls. And I was asking people, I'm like, yo, can you like delete the call? And it will delete off yours too. People were like, nah. And then I'm thinking like, did he call off like I don't have Instagram anymore, but like, could he call from that and I could still get the call? I'm like, but like deleted accounts. I deleted it. Can they come up deleted accounts? And I was like tripping, like what the hell's going on? And yeah, I don't know. To this day, I never asked. Maybe it was something between us. There was no call, but we were actually talking to each other's essences, like dangling in front of each other's essence, like sparkles and glitter, and sending info. And I took it as this like epic phone call that was like super realistic. Maybe we just actually did get a phone call. Maybe I just totally tripped out, and that wasn't a phone call, and I was making up everything in the phone call. And what I'm mad about, well, I don't know. Who knows what happened? If what I'm mad about, well, I'm still angry, but There's certain things I'm just annoyed about. Anyway, yeah, that was the second time I did the oil. Thought I was dead. Accepted death. And found a new home in the same old home. And it was already there, so it's not even new. Night of Shiva. I'm just gonna call that one Night of Shiva. The one I talk about that. Anyway. Man, I still got half this blunt. We could do a freestyle tingy. Nothing really else to say about the story. Renshu. Benkyo. Renshu rapu. Renshu no rapu de. Put on the damn beats. I got beats that people won't. Hopefully it's not gonna be copyrighted. I gotta go to the people that don't have a music note by their name. Also, yeah, I was gonna say how this mic will cut words out sometimes for no reason. Beat Street. That's short. I want to freestyle forever. Like Harry Mack. 10 hours. 10 hours freestyling. Anyway. Hello, yellow, hello, wello, oh, well, oh no, here we go again. Bend it, spend it, crescendo, ascend it, defend it. With the fences, it's blesses, it's glasses, it's glasses on top of your irises. Why you trying to talk like you ironed this? I iron this shirt and then I fly like this. Look at man in the Tesla. Look at man down the track like a besta. Like the man who guessed the man in the front of the West End. Yo, oh, grow up. I'm holding a mic and a phone and a blunt in a hand, and I don't know what one to do, and so I just roll them around and I juggle them all uptown and down. I take a hit and I blow it down into the fountain because I'm tripping like a clown, and I talk right into the mic but hold the phone down, and now it gets loud, and now it's back down, now loud. Now check it out. What's about? Out. This house is where I'm. Check it to the Steph, Stella, Mia, Maria, Balina, Balita, Balina, Lalina, Emelina, Balita. Pizza, Mia, oh I see ya in the tree, being freaking weird and creeper. Ah, he jumped down with the bow and arrow in town. Like, what the hell, dude? It's not a forest. Poorest people sit around the corner in the Horace steeple where the nays raid and the nays stay and the horses play in hay and roll around all day and night and fight and plight the village of the mighty ones. My freaking joint just went out. What's that about and how? I'm out. This beat's done. This beat's down. Put it back down to this Greek type beat. Apollo Greek trap beat by your man Varanti. Oh, not this one. This one coming up now. This one was called UK Drill Type Beat 2021. Greek type beat. Apollo Varanti. Greek trap beat. Yo. Whoa. See. 3PO in the tree. Cleaning mics, cleaning dust off his pee-pee. Cause he's the G, he's the 3 million people who come round the steeple of town. This religious man knows it. He knows that he's growing and he's old. He knows that he wants to be a soldier. Yeah. Man, subjects to rap about, talk about, clap it out, macking out, fap it out, slap a stout on the piggy's little nose, little hose out the nose. The hose sprays the flow with some dough, and the dough makes a pizza home out of the flow, and the flow grows so slowly, like a pizza rising up, and dough we crust, and dough we must go up. Pizza house in my mouth. Pizza house in my mouth. Pizza house, free the south, free the mouth, free the house. Be the bouse, be the mouth, be the house. Be the frost on the frosty flake, frosted shake. That was kind of a fail. One, two. there's gotta be a better way to start, dude. Like, I mean a newer way. R-ooh. I mean like start 2, 3, 4. I mean like that'd be weird, but you wouldn't say the one. You just say it clearly. It's 2. It's cool, dude. Like you, dude. So cool, dude. It's true, dude. That there's no need to be cool. So dude, just do you. Be true. I mean, do you even need to be true? Do you even need to do that stuff you need to do? Do you even need to see the clues? Or can you do it without the clues? Did you knew? Are you new or did you knew? Did you know? No? You knew? You knew? You knew and you knew? No? You know? No? No? Oh. 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 Constellations in the sky, above the nations, above your eye, in your mind, around the sky, around your iris, around your eye, a constellation up in the sky, above the nation, up in your eye, around it too, and inside the mind's eye. Stars make light, and light makes brightness brighter.
Purchase your tracks today.
I stopped rapping because I think someone came out like right when I'm flowing, like somebody has to come out. I mean, like it was weird because like the garbage scared the way I was rapping and I flared up.
This is George, fashion designer, philanthropist, and CD customer. We just surprised him with the biggest.
La ba da 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 da
Purchase your tracks today. Purchase your tracks today. Purchase your tracks today.
Anyway, farewell. Peace, peoples. Time to go watch a movie. Many Saints in Newark. Beyond, beyond, yonder, not here, no now. I can see inside your head. I know what you say. But I'm thinking maybe it's just an excellent guess.